Hi, welcome back to the Vuvuzela. Today I'm chatting to Lynette from Austral Accounting, who has been my saving grace during lockdown by assisting me in my business, and hopefully will be able to assist you going forward. Welcome to the Vuvuzela, Lynette.
Oh, thanks, Mandy. Thanks for having me.
Lynette, tell us a little bit about the history of your business.
Well, I am your local accountant based in Umhlanga. My business is next year turns 30 years old, actually. I've been in my business for 24 years of the 30, so I've grown up in it. I was a little article clerk starting, doing little cash books, and eventually I bought in 50%, and then when my partner decided to retire, I bought the full hog. So I've been on my own now for 8 years, without a partner.
Well done, that's incredible. Lynette, lockdown and the chaos of aid and getting answers. Just tell us what your stresses have been during this time and how you have helped so many of your clients.
Listen, lockdown took accountants by storm, to be quite honest. It was the worst time to actually go into lockdown because accountants are always in arrears, So come 27th March, we're still busy with February, and February is normally year-end month. Do you know what I mean? So we were busy with year-ends, payroll year-ends, getting ready for all kinds of things, and then to be told, listen, you're packing up. Cheers. It was stressful. I thought, 2 or 3 weeks. I was like, I could really do with a break, and then to find, no, it wasn't a break. It was going to be the most stressful time, I think, in my working career, to be quite honest. So we pulled back. Some of my staff was able to work remotely. And we immediately started with all of the information that the government was putting out there, the funding, the SMME schemes, the business partners funding and all of those things. So it was a lot of research in what is out there and what they've given in packages and relief. So it was hard to get your head around it all. And then all of a sudden it was like, ooh, now it's UIF. And that was a challenge, I'm not gonna lie. The system was, firstly, it was a manual system, and we were prepping emails and doing all kinds of things. So it was going this way, and then all of a sudden we're doing a 360, we're going that way. Online portal, submit here, do this, do that. That said and done, most of my clients have got paid. So we've been exceptionally fortunate. We still have problems. So there is part of my client book that still haven't gotten paid. But we'll just take those as a one-by-one case and just keep pursuing them.
Lynette, share with us the difficulties that you've had in obtaining funding and just general information for your clients during this period.
It's been really difficult. The problem in my book, if I had to look at my clients, is most of my clients are white entrepreneurs. And I don't mean to make this a race thing, but unfortunately most of the government-funded relief schemes are based on race. Yes, we are exempt micro enterprises, level 4s, so we abide by the rules, and yet we're not able to get to the funding because we aren't 100% level 1 or level 2. So at the beginning, just as lockdown started, we actually were busy with a TERS application, but it wasn't what we now know as TERS, where we applied to trade and industry for funding, because we were seeing that our restaurants were battling in particular. And we managed to send off something like 13 applications prior to lockdown, and up to today we haven't had a single reply, and that was financial statements, cash flow forecast, number of staff, do you know what I mean, the whole bang shoot. And it is now nearly 73 days later, and not a single reply. So there's been a lot of pressure points. You know, the funding that has really come from South African Future Trust. The funding that has been from the banking sector, which is underwritten obviously by Treasury. So those avenues, my client base has been very successful in gaining some sort of support for their business, because cash flow is a huge issue. Small businesses don't have the resources of carrying 6 months money to carry overheads. They just don't have it. They use it to sustain their lifestyle. You know, they need to put their kids in school, they need to pay their bond, you know. So it's not something that they can just go and stash money under the mattress. It's literally, I earn, I use, I earn, I use. So there is no fallback. So it really has taught a lot of businesses that we need to be a little tighter, think about how we spend our money, where we're spending our money, and then also start really thinking about saving. If nobody has come to the party thinking, listen, I need to change my spending, I need to change the way I do things, then I think the whole COVID-19 was not the lesson that you should have taken out of it.
Lynette, are you going to be changing things up? Have you got a new business model that you're considering when we come out of lockdown?
Strangely that you mention that, because we were tinkling in the area of more cloud-based accounting and cloud-based applications, like you should know. We introduced a couple of things into our business, like Receipt Bank, Pastel Online, Zero, all of those things. So I think after lockdown, we'll most probably give it a bigger kick that way to try and automate, because prior to lockdown you were thinking, AI, I'm not so sure, fourth industrial, I don't know. Now I'm thinking, bugger fourth, let's go to the fifth.
Lynette, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been great seeing you, and once again, thank you for all your assistance with my issues during COVID-19 and lockdown.
Oh no, Mandy, it's been an absolute pleasure, hey? Thank you.
To our viewers, we'll be sharing more information on Austral Accounting at the end of this interview, and just a reminder that you can visit our website at www.thevuvuzela.co.za. You can also find us on all the social media channels: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter and YouTube. Catch us next time.